Hey, before we get started, please subscribe. That is the best way I'm going to know you're enjoying these videos. It's also going to help defeat that algorithm. And lastly, if you ring that bell, you'll get reminders as to when my new videos come out, which typically are every week. Enough of that. Let's get started with the review. This is the Ferrari F50 Coupe in Rosso Corsa by BBR Models. And I could tell you, when I took this model out of the box, I was very, very happy with the finished product. The paint has no flaws at all. There's no scratch marks or anything. It's nicely polished. You couldn't ask for more for a painted model. The overall shape of the model is perfectly matching the real car. Just moving on to the wheels and tires. The wheels are duplicated perfectly. The discs in the back are drilled just like the real thing. Caliper is there and nicely detailed as well. And the wheel includes the obligatory valve stem. The only thing that I would say is missing from this, and I would strongly recommend BBR take note that there are other companies doing this, is the branding on the tires. Now, some of the BBR models do have the branding, not all of them. This would be an example where they have not done it. The models that I have seen so far have solely been the die-cast ones, the metal die-cast. So moving on to the front of the model. As expected, you have your perforated grills, these mesh grills. You have this prancing horse. It's a nice photo-etched piece. The light detail is perfect to the real thing. No surprises there. Moving on to the back of the model. I would definitely say this is the highlight of this model, and that is this beautifully meshed grille that exposes that motor in the back. There are obviously other companies who've made the F50 in the past, but it seems like none of them have ever gotten this mesh grille correct. And on this one, it is absolutely outstanding, and it's the best one I've ever seen on an F50 model. You have this beautiful floating prancing horse. It's a photo etched metal piece there. Tail lights are done pretty much like the real thing. The exhaust tips are very nice. They are deep enough so they do give you a sense of it being a fully hollow tip, which they're not. But again, good job on this particular model. The model base is very nicely done. I like that I've noticed this on some of the newer models where they include this nice prancing horse on the one end. Of course, you have your printed BBR on the other. And in the center, you have this nice aluminum cut F50 emblem. These are limited number edition models, so there is a plaque that does specify the model number and the total units. And in this case, this would be 700 units for this particular model. Moving on to the interior. As you can see, the light is focused on the gauge cluster. It almost looks like it's glowing. That's how well detailed it is. You have that beautiful carbon fiber dashboard along with the fully detailed steering wheel with the prancing horse in the center. If you look further down, you can see the 3-pedal setup. And then on the floor, you have the aluminum shifter with the gating. Just focusing on the door card on the other side. As you can see, that's fully detailed as well. Guys, this is better than some fully opening models. This is a sealed model. The seats are fully detailed as well. Nice textures. If you look in the right-hand side there, you can see the seat belt, which is a fully stitched seat belt. The dashboard on top is fully flocked, just like the real thing. If you look further back, you can see the prancing horses on the headrest. The mirror is color just like the exterior of the model, which is absolutely correct right there. Move to the other side. Again, this beautiful carbon fiber dashboard. You see the F50 clearly stamped right there on the dashboard. Moving on to the back. Again, this very, very nicely done mesh grille. As you can see, there's lots and lots of detail of the motor. I mean, you see hoses, lines, springs, the mufflers, it's all there. The intake cover is carbon fiber as well through the exhibition window. F50 in Corsa Rosa by BBR Models. And now to my conclusions. Well, I hope you enjoyed that review of the Ferrari F50 by BBR Models. Now, typically something from BBR I would do more of a show off than a review, but I've noticed the last few BBR models that I've received have been improved. Not that there was much to improve on in the first place, but they have improved. Specifically, more so with the paint. Their paints have always been really well done, but I've noticed these have been exceptionally done. I mean, the polishing, the reflections, everything just seems to be a lot more crisp than what I'm used to seeing from BBR. The other thing I've noticed is just the smaller details. There's just little things that I typically would see that would be missing from their models, which they aren't anymore. And just the fact that this model is a new product from BBR and the amount of attention and detail put towards that motor, I thought it was worth doing a full review. If I was to place a value on this model, because I know some of you are into that, I would definitely give this a top, which would be that $3 signs, because this model will definitely increase in value in time. There's no doubt about it. It's a BBR, it's a limited edition, it's a Ferrari. Enough said about that. Please like and subscribe. That is the best way I'm going to know you're enjoying these videos. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time. That's it.